Here's the second video of Gaussian splatting in reverse. In this snippet, we're going to look at the splat quality. We're only going to look at a scan that was done for us by Evan Haussmann from Splat 3D in Cape Town. You will see how he works through the process of scanning the area, and we give you some general tips of the X-Grid Lixel scanners, the Portal Cam, and generally how to scan a certain space. Enjoy. We can see that layout of the pad. So what we have is we have a point of sale, pay section on the left and a service desk on the right. We have some central writing talking about what other functionality, what other services are offered here. And then we have some of the carriers that you have in South Africa who offer you a SIM card or a phone contract. Now, Woolworths has its own designated cellular section called Woolworths Connect. And so each of the brands that are represented currently on this pad, Apple, Samsung, Honor, DJI, Nintendo, and Move, these are the brands that are visible here together with Pure, the electric scooter brand. And so in the central console, we see a range of accessories. We see a range of high-end products stacked away. And as we navigate around the pad once more, we see on the other side also Nintendo and DJI peripherals. Behind the point of sale, behind the service desk agents, sits a large LED screen, large OLED TV, should I say. It was initially an LED screen, it's now an OLED TV. There is a server cabinet. There's, of course, all the point of sale peripherals stored underneath the counter, and the stock is kept underneath the display counters. So any purchase can be made directly on the stand, and stock is available on hand in this environment. And so there are, of course, a few design considerations in a concept like this. This new Woolworths Connect style has to tie in with the rest of the Woolworths environment. The finishes, the wood, the height of the writing, all of it has to tie in with the height of the lettering and the other call-outs of the areas around the Woolworths itself. And then there are specific ways one would walk onto the pad and off the pad. So as we navigate in reverse with the camera away from the pad, we are essentially moving towards the entrance of the store. And so we can see the W Connect writing from the side as we enter the store. We see the food market, a big draw card for the shopping public visiting a Woolworths right in front of us. So we consider this the main drive aisle, the main aisle that people will use to visit the store. And so as they navigate their way down this main aisle, they see the Woolworths Connect space at the front. And then in sort of a primary order, we have Apple first, the point of sale next, Samsung second, then the Honor phones third here on the right, and then the Move cabinet together with Pure Electric, DJI, and Nintendo visible on the fourth counter. So clockwise through the space. And we can navigate as the customer both on the outside of the pad, so in the central walk aisle of the public, and we can walk on the pad to face the inside of the pad. And both on the left and on the right hand side in the center of the display table, we have the accessory cabinets. Those accessory cabinets are mirrored in a sense, so you can shop from them outside and inside facing. And one has accessory cabinets of the respective brands in the center of the Woolworths Connect area. And so this is a Gaussian splat using a portal cam, which then shows you as much detail as possible. The beauty of the portal cam in favor of the K2 or the K1 is a little bit extra clarity when it comes to zoomed in elements. So anything at about half a meter away, you'd like to be able to see that writing. So as the writing comes into view, of course, I have turned the high quality settings off and have reduced the maximum Gaussian splatting point significantly. And you see the sharpness of that text increase as I go from quality down to balance, it hence will decrease again. So you go further down, you can see the S here in the center of Samsung starts to disappear a bit, and we can go all the way to the bottom to get the smoothest motion. And this, of course, because we're using a browser to view this. If you use this in the LCC Studio software, then this will visualize itself at a much higher quality. But this is a wonderful way of demonstrating something to a client and sharing a web link with them.